I started doing holographic breathing, and I was also teaching this young lad who was going to have a huge operation to have whole areas of his jaw chopped out because his maxilla was held back and his jaw was held, so it meant his jaw was protruding forwards, and they were going to cut whole areas out of his jaw. And I taught him holographic breathing and how to fix it. His whole maxilla came forward, so he didn't need the operation. And the dentist was saying, now you have to teach him how to get it all to expand out to the sides now as well. So I started working with this sideways motion of the breath for myself. And I couldn't understand. I know how it works now, but suddenly the whole motion, the sides of my jaw just went whoosh. Started breathing in this way, and this big smile came on my face, and I could feel this whole expression of the sideways movement of the breath travel from my jaw through my whole body. And I could feel the different quality, and in the more vertical quality, this had a more male feel to it. This sideways movement was to do with grounding and the feminine. It brought me into the experience of my own intrinsic kind of female qualities. And also what I started feeling was my mother very strongly in my space, which I didn't really want. I thought I was somehow psychically connecting to my mother with this sideways motion, but then I realized it wasn't, because all of the pictures I was getting of her were 20 or 30 years before, that it was just a memory of my mother releasing out of me, so I could let that go and go and go. And then after a while I could just feel the intrinsic quality of female through my whole body. So I had the intrinsic quality of male and the intrinsic quality of female. And then this carried on, and I started, as working with it with the throat, I started becoming a fish. And when I was going to sleep at night, I'd have to lie face down, because if you're lying on your back, you're an unhappy fish. So I'd actually have to lie face down at night to be a healthy fish. And then that changed to breathing out through the back of my head and this went on for months. I was like dolphins for months and experiencing being dolphins. And then that morphed into being whales, which carried on. And there was a whole intrinsic quality of those species, which I was understanding within myself. So we're doing something very quickly, which went on for a huge amount of time when I was first discovering the ins and outs.